Well, this past weekend, Bungie finally revealed Marathon, the upcoming extraction shooter, coming to PlayStation and Xbox and PC on the 23rd of September. Today, I want to round up all of the key information they shared about Marathon, plus also go into some thoughts of my own about the game. Well, if you enjoyed this video and find it useful, hit that subscribe button down below for even more Marathon content. Well, Marathon is not a new brand for Bungie. The original games, released in the 1990s for Mac, they are actually available for free on Steam if you're interested in checking them out. However, this version of Marathon is very, very different. Original Marathon was a first-person shooter similar to Doom and Quake, and then Bungie's new version of Marathon releasing this year is a PvP-focused extraction shooter where teams of 3 runners battle out against each other to take home the loot and the glory. Okay, first of all, when is the Marathon release date? Well, Marathon launches on the 23rd of September 2025 on PlayStation, Xbox and PC, and it's coming with full crossplay and also cross-save too. Bungie's big showcase this past weekend was the first major showing for the game since its reveal in 2023. The game and the studio have been battling against it though, with Bungie making a few rounds of layoffs. Plus also, the game director for Marathon was replaced. Joe Ziegler, former lead for Valorant, is now spearheading Marathon for Bungie. Okay, next up, when is the Marathon alpha test? So Bungie announced during the presentation there'd be a North American focused alpha test coming in April 2025, and you can sign up in the official Marathon Discord. And Bungie will likely host more playtests as we ramp up to the game's launch in September, where I would imagine they're going to have more alphas and also a public beta that is also heavily rumoured. However, it's not been confirmed by Bungie just yet. Well, next up, what did Bungie reveal about Marathon? So Bungie debuted their gameplay trailer as well as a deep dive with press and content creators. Once the reveal stream was over, many gameplay impressions went up from creators like Dr. Lupo, Scarrow, SkillUp, GameSpot and Polygon, just to name a few, so there's plenty of impressions out there. The overriding sentiment I'm seeing is the game has potential, however it's not ready for prime time just yet. There's just something that is missing. We've still got 5 months to release and Bungie have got a crew of 300 working on the game, so I'm pretty confident the game is going to ship in a good state, but let me know in the comments what you think about Marathon. Okay, next up, what do we know about the story? So Marathon takes place in the year 2893, where you and other runners battle out on the planet Tau Ceti 4. 30,000 people once live on Tau Ceti and they've disappeared, and only a few resources remain. What happened to them is a mystery, and no doubt we're going to be uncovering the secrets of the UESC and what happened throughout our matches, and also what happened throughout our matches in Marathon. Now, it's highly likely Bungie is going to take a very different approach with storytelling in Marathon compared to Destiny and Halo. I would expect much more found lore compared to something like big cutscenes and some of the storytelling that we are used to. Well, next up, Marathon gameplay. So from what we saw of the gameplay reveal and content creators play sessions, this looks like it's got the traditional Bungie shooter polish. Halo, Destiny, even the original Marathon back in the day was a cutting-edge shooter. I don't doubt that Marathon in 2025 is going to have what it takes with the gunplay field department. But so this is a high-risk, high-reward gameplay loop. Extraction shooters are tough and can be very, very unforgiving. The matches are going to be about 20 to 25 minutes long. The idea is to drop in with your crew, pick up as much loot as possible and get out without dying. Teams of 3 are going to be battling out for survival, and when a runner dies they lose all their loot, and that impacts decision making. We have to balance PvE enemies, puzzles, bosses and of course teams of other runners as well. Okay, so what else do we know about Marathon? So Marathon is going to have dedicated servers, a certain amount of disconnect protection and also Battle Eye anti-cheat. Marathon was also built for 3-person teams, but you can switch off the autofill and queue as a solo or a duo. Ranked play is going to be on the roadmap, but Bungie won't have it ready until after launch. And also, seasonal resets occur every 3 months. New seasons add zone updates, runners, weapons, events, and also story beats as well. Well, next up, let's have a look at the runners. So runners are marathon classes. Each have a prime and a tactical ability plus 2 traits, and a runner's kit gears them towards a distinct playstyle and fulfills a need in the squad. For example, intel support, hunting enemies, sniping, that kind of thing. So here's more about each runner that we know about. There's 4 going to be in the alpha, but there's going to be 6 for launch. So here's the first 4 that we know about so far. Blackbird, their prime is Echo Pulse. Their tactical is Tracker Drone. The trait 1 is Interrogation, and trait 2 is Stalker Protocol. Then we've got Glitch, the prime is Amplify. Their tactical is Disruptor. Trait 1 is Microjets. Trait 2 is Power Slide. Then we've got Locus. The prime here is Search and Destroy. The tactical is Riot Barricade. Trait 1 is Thruster. And trait 2 is Tactical Sprint. And finally, we've got Void. So Void hides in the shadows. For the prime, we've got Smokescreen. Tactical, we've got Active Camo. Trait 1 is Shadow Dive. And trait 2 is Shroud. Okay, next up, how many maps are there? So getting acquainted with the maps on Tau Ceti is going to be crucial for success in marathons. We're going to have 3 maps at launch. 2 are going to be featured in the alpha playtest, and that's Perimeter and Dire Marsh. Perimeter caters for 5 teams, and Dire Marsh caters for 6 teams. And then you've got Outpost, that is a close quarters map. And then you've got the UESC Marathon ship, that is due to arrive in a post-launch update. Also, Bungie have been really hyping up the Marathon ship map, saying it's got raid-like mechanics, and it sounds really good, but I don't think anyone has got their hands on it just yet. Well, next up we've got the factions. So what are the factions in Marathon? We can pick up contracts for factions, and you've got different incentives as you are extracting in a match. You can build reputation with the faction, and you can unlock faction passive perks all throughout the season. And so far we've got 6 factions, including Cyber Acme, Arachne, Sakaguchi, Maida, Traxxas, and New Cal. Okay, so that is all of the details that we got about Marathon so far, but here are my thoughts. So I came away from the showcase really impressed from what I saw with Marathon. I haven't played the game, and I probably won't get to play until there's an open beta test, but from what I saw and what I heard from content creators and press, it all sounded quite promising. The art style is gorgeous and distinct, the extraction gameplay is harsher than what I'm used to in Destiny for sure, but something I really would like to get into. You know, Bungie have got a habit of creating amazing science fiction worlds. I'm looking forward to jumping into the new world that they create. However, I do have a couple of concerns. So the game is still in development, and it sounds like players expected the game to be a little bit further along in the development cycle. We're only 5 months out until the launch. So while I think it's got a distinctive look, it sounds like Bungie needs to work on the unique features for this extraction shooter to stand out in the crowd. The gameplay deep dive with Dr. Lupo and Scarrow was really good, but the hearing about the game in their own words made it sound like there's still plenty of work to do. I'm also concerned about the price, the reception and the baggage that Bungie carry with their games. The PlayStation had a couple of high profile games in 2024 for very different reasons. Helldivers 2 took the world by storm early in the year and sold for $40, and it did very well. Concord completely flopped later in the year, also at $40. Now, I'm concerned with the pricing for Marathon, and perhaps Bungie need to consider putting this one out as a free-to-play game and then recoup the costs another way. But I've heard interviews since the live stream by Joe Ziegler, the game director, and it seems like Bungie are committed that this is going to be a premium product, and this is a game that people are going to have to pay for. So hopefully it's going to be more Helldivers 2 than it was Concord. And also the reception of the event wasn't entirely positive. I don't know whether that's to do with the baggage that comes with a Bungie game. You know, personally, I really like Bungie games. I loved Halo. I've loved Destiny since 2014, Destiny 2 since 2017, and I'm really looking forward to Marathon. But out there's some people who really don't like Bungie, and they certainly have made their voices heard since the Marathon gameplay reveal. Well, I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. I'm going to be playing the first chance I can. I'm definitely going to be bringing more Marathon content to this channel, but let me know in the comments what you think of Marathon so far. What do you think about the game? Is it what you're looking for? Are you a PvP fan, and are you planning on jumping in? And do you play extraction shooters already, and how does this compare? I would love to hear what you think. Well, that is it for this video today with everything that we know about Marathon so far, and thank you so much for watching or for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for even more Marathon content here on Endgame Express. Thanks again, I'll see you soon. Well, thank you for watching that video, and today I'd like to talk about Endgame Express Backstage, the home of exclusive content for fans of Endgame Express. To join, simply join up through Patreon or the YouTube membership. You get early access and exclusive content, shout-outs in the videos, access to live streams, plus also access to our exclusive Endgame Express Backstage community Discord. Well, here's some more information about the tiers. So in Tier 1, that is $2.99 a month, you get access to our community Discord and also early access to content. In Tier 2, that is $4.99 and you get shoutouts in the credits of videos, and also you get access to community polls and help shape the content. For Tier 3, that is $8.99 and you'll get access to exclusive community videos and also get access to exclusive live streams as well. Well, the core content on Endgame Express is always going to be free, but if you want to go above and beyond and support Endgame Express, then all you need to do is get access to Endgame Express Backstage today through Patreon or YouTube membership. You know, Endgame Express is a one-man band right now, but I would love to expand into more games, podcasts, more channels, but to do that, I'm going to need your help to make this sustainable, and in return I offer you some exclusive benefits and backstage only content. Well, if you enjoy Endgame Express, then consider Endgame Express Backstage today. You can hit that membership button right down below, or you can find us on the Patreon links and you'll find those links in the description. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you very soon.
She's